Hello anime fans, this is your friend Naruto Lore Vault. And we are back with a new fanfic. Today's fanfic is super exciting. Which is What If Naruto Betrayed Konoha? Part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for next part. And if you enjoy this fanfic, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome stories like this. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the fanfic. In a world where the bonds of friendship define one's destiny, the story of Naruto Uzumaki takes a dark and unexpected turn. Once the cheerful, loud, and hopeful boy who dreamed of becoming Hokage, Naruto's path begins to shift the day he realizes that the village he vowed to protect may have never truly accepted him. From his earliest memories, Naruto had always been the outcast, the child shunned by the villagers, the boy no one spoke to, the name everyone whispered about in fear. But even then, he never gave up. He believed that if he worked hard enough, if he proved himself, they would finally smile at him, finally call him a hero. However, after years of loyalty, sacrifice, and bloodshed, Naruto begins to see the cracks in the illusion he had built around Konoha. It starts after the Fourth Great Ninja War. Naruto, now recognized as a hero, expected peace, unity, and happiness. But what he finds is corruption. The elders of Konoha still cling to power, hiding secrets that could shatter the image of the leaf forever. Missions become political games. Innocent lives are sacrificed for the so-called greater good. And when Naruto questions these orders, he is told to stay silent, for the sake of the village. At first, he obeys. But the truth gnaws at him. One night, while investigating in secret, Naruto discovers old scrolls hidden beneath the Hokage monument, documents revealing the truth about his parents' deaths and the dark experiments that Konoha conducted on orphans during the Third Great War. He learns that the village council had known about the Nine Tails attack, that they used his father's sacrifice to strengthen their control, and that Danzo's secret operations had continued long after his death, under a new name, the Shadow Division. Naruto's faith in the leaf begins to crumble. He confronts the elders, demanding answers, but instead of honesty, they accuse him of being unstable, that the power of Kurama has finally corrupted his mind. They even try to place him under surveillance, ordering Anbu to keep watch over him. This betrayal cuts deeper than any wound. Naruto, the boy who once shouted that he'd protect everyone, now feels like a weapon again, a tool of the same system that made his childhood a nightmare. Days turn into weeks. Whispers spread through the village that Naruto Uzumaki is dangerous. That the hero of the war might be losing control. Even some of his friends begin to doubt him. Sakura tries to help, but she's torn between her duty to the village and her loyalty to him. Kakashi, now Hokage, wants to believe Naruto, but the council pressures him to take action. When Sai and several Anbu are sent to follow Naruto, it becomes the final straw. One evening, under a red sunset, Naruto stands atop the Hokage monument, the village lights glowing beneath him. He whispers softly, "They'll never change, no matter how much I sacrifice." That night, Naruto vanishes from Konoha. The next morning, the entire village awakens to chaos. The Hokage's office is half destroyed. The ancient scrolls containing forbidden jutsu are gone. The Anbu headquarters is silent, every operative unconscious, their memories erased. Kakashi stands in disbelief as he reads a single note left behind. Greater than, don't look for me. Konoha was never my home. Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke, hearing the news, returns from his journey. He refuses to believe it at first. The boy who once saved him from the darkness has now fallen into it himself. Yet deep down, Sasuke understands. They were both victims of Konoha's lies. Months pass. Rumors spread across the shinobi world. Whispers of a hooded figure traveling from village to village, destroying corrupt officials, freeing test subjects from secret labs, and exposing the crimes of hidden villages. They call him the ghost of Konoha. But Naruto is no longer the same. Without Kurama, who had sacrificed himself during the war, Naruto has unlocked a new, darker power within. The raw essence of the Sage of Six Paths, chakra remains inside him, but it now manifests differently, silent, unstable, and merciless. He is driven not by hatred, but by cold justice. His heart is numb, yet his resolve sharper than ever. He believes that peace cannot exist as long as corruption rules from the shadows. To Naruto, destroying Konoha isn't betrayal, it's cleansing. Meanwhile, the leaf begins to fracture. The people are divided. Some call Naruto a traitor. Others call him a savior. Kakashi struggles to maintain order, while Sasuke secretly leaves the village again, determined to find Naruto before the world brands him as the next Madara. In the Land of Iron, Naruto meets those who share his ideals, rogue shinobi, victims of the villages, people abandoned by the system. He begins to form a new organization. One that will reset the world. He names it Rebirth. As months turn into years, the tension rises. Every nation prepares for war. Naruto's attacks grow more precise, his actions more calculated. He spares civilians but targets leaders, destroying hidden archives, exposing lies, and forcing the world to face the truth. One day, under a stormy sky, Sasuke finally finds him, standing in the ruins of an old battlefield, surrounded by fallen shinobi. Sasuke looks at him and says quietly, "So this is what you've become, a shadow of the hero you once were." Naruto turns, his eyes calm, glowing faintly with the light of both Sage Mode and Six Paths Chakra. "No," he replies. "This is who I've always been. You just never saw it." The two stare at each other, silence heavy between them. And thus begins a new story. Not of friendship, not of revenge, but of truth versus loyalty. The story of Naruto Uzumaki, the traitor of Konoha.